Somebody asked me what kind of generator this was that I said was so quiet. It's a WINCO. So you can run down to your local WINCO maybe. Those of you out west know what WINCO is, right? Big grocery store, box store. Anyway, that's what it is. WINCO. Don't know where it's made. Nothing about it. Don't know if there's a tag somewhere that says. I don't see nothing. I hate kicking around these weeds here. Snakes. So anyway, what am I doing over here? Well, so like I told you earlier, they wanted to cinder this road down there from the junction up to the well here. So while I was on vacation, the boys did that. Jake brought the loader up, kind of smeared it out, but it needs some grader work. So we brought the grader back because you know how anal I am about doing things right. So what I'm going to do is pull in the sides and then blade the top out so it's nice and uniform. But in order to do that, I got to pull these weeds and stuff away from the toe of it, so I'm not bringing weeds and sagebrush in. Plus it gets the stuff away so the water's got somewhere to go. Now this was just a big, deep, worn-in track where they'd been driving in here all the time to get water. So what it really needed was crowned and ditched, but they had such little money to work with, that wasn't in the cards. So it'll be fine for them. It's going to work. Matt's put enough in here that it's raised up above the ground. It's good and thick. It'll support them. It'll be a good road. When I get when I get done, it'll look good, and they'll probably want to pay me double. I don't know. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today, Monday morning, and then we're gonna finish moving equipment out of here and move on to something else, hopefully. I hope it ain't a long winter, because we need work. Okay, I've done the best I can here with what I had. So I pulled the sides back and leveled this out the best I can. It's not 14 wide, but they had a big mud hole here because all the water comes down off of there and it's settling here, and then they'd have to drive over there to get around it. So Matt's put it in here plenty deep, I can see that. And then I've cut a ditch out here as it comes down. It's got to run out that way. Like I said, it would have turned out way better if we could have ditched and crowned it before we cindered it. But they didn't have enough money to do that. So it's cindered. It's a good road to the well. Ranchers will be able to get in and out of there nice without being in the mud. So I've had some people want to know why these roads are out in the middle of nowhere, if we're wasting your money, taxpayer money. No, these roads have been here since the 1900s or even before. They ran cattle out here, and so a lot of these roads are just goat trails that were started. And you know, the cattle play a big part in fire suppression because they eat a lot of the fuel. Somebody said, what do they eat out here? Well, go down to Nevada, down around Jackpot, down that way towards that, and look at, you know, the cattle. They practically gnaw the leaves off the sagebrush. But yeah, it does take a lot of acres. They call it animal units. So you got to have a lot of acres per animal to support them. And so the animals aren't going without water. And these wells are for two purposes. BLM pays to drill those wells and put all the infrastructure in. Then the ranchers have to take care of it after that. The ranchers use it for stock water, and then I think they also have to keep it full in case there's a fire, because BLM has the right to come out and take the water. And so that's why these roads are here. You get a big lightning storm out here and you get a fire, all this grass burns and it burns the brush. And then you saw in my other videos the silty sand that blows. Once the desert burns, you should see the amount of dust that it puts in the air. It's just choking, and it ruins a lot of habitat out here. So ranchers use the roads, BLM uses the roads, we use the roads when we come out here to go to Government Cave or just come out on four-wheelers, motorcycles. Hunters are using the roads right now. Bow season is open. Later on it'll open up for rifles. There'll be elk hunters, deer hunters out here. So everybody uses these roads. It's public access. So your taxpayer dollars are not being squandered. They're improving what's here. You take a cindered road like this, the time that it would take them to get out here to fight a fire is cut, geez Louise, I'll bet by 75%, because they can haul the mail on these roads, because Anderson Construction builds good roads. You saw that. So even this one going this way, this is a freeway now. You can haul the mail on this. So if there was an emergency and they got to put out a fire, they can get out here. These roads have been here forever. It's a good value for the government. It's a good value for your dollar. It's a major improvement for everybody, the entire public, not just ranchers and BLM. It's just everybody that comes out here. I mean, you've seen my videos. There's a lot of cool things to see out here. It's recreation. It's close to home. So this isn't like welfare. It's not wasted money. There's an actual useful product here. So there's my 2 cents. Anyway, I'm done with this. So Jake's on his way out to pick up the water truck. Probably by the time I get back, he'll have it loaded up and be gone. So I can either wait here and help him load the grader, or I can go home and let him come back and load the grader. I don't know what I'll do. So off we go. There's you a flat tire. Somebody lost their hitch adapter. It's mine now. Come get it at Jpaydirt. I'm way out here by myself, way out here. This is a chunk of road that they want ditched and crowned. It's really just a trail with a lot of rocks. Okay, this is the kind of stuff we're fighting. It just takes so much water. comes the water truck. He's putting down some water there. Don't think it's really going to do any good, but I think you'd need a 20,000 gallon tank or a fleet of them. So we're getting ready to go work in the Snake River again with this, only this time they're not going to let us get in the water because it's an Army Corps approved project. It's putting some barbs in the river, but we put her up on blocks there. Jake was trying to clean out in there around the circle drive. We changed the oil in that and the finals, and we're trying to get all the leaves and garbage that, you know how it collects inside there on these so bad. So we had to tip it up like that to get them to flow out with the steam cleaner. So she's ready to go. No more BLM videos. I got the last and final one. I hope you enjoyed all that. I'm gonna try to go back and show you those roads at some point, see how they look, how they hold up. Anyway, off to some newer and different projects. I'm looking forward to it. He turned the key and it fired right up, run like a slow machine. Okay, let us pray over the salmon that Fat Dan sent us straight from Alaska. It's good stuff, Dan. Very good stuff. Thank you. Oh, Dan, that's delicious fish. What do you think, hon?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't get any better than somebody sending you salmon from Alaska.
My mouth is full.
I am getting full now. That's my second piece. It's mail call. Got some packages I've had in the house. Those two have been there only a couple days. This one's been probably laying on my office floor for over a month. Didn't really know what to do with it. You remember back when Kat sent me a hat after I paid off my 336 with some fanfare? Well, I got another box with fanfare, only I got all kinds of stuff. Now, here was the deal. They asked me for a survey on Caterpillar Financial, and I rated them high. I like them. It was easy to deal with them, blah, blah, blah. But one of the last questions was about how happy I was with my machine. And I said, not very happy. And they don't really put a place for you to explain that. So I felt like I needed to explain. So I included a letter in there. And what I said was, Caterpillar Tractor Company needs to stop dealers from ordering an excavator with the long reach boom, the longest stick they put on them, but the lightest counterweight. And that's what I was not happy about. And I said, have a YouTube channel, told her the name. And I said, when people have seen me complain about it, they laugh at that Cat machine. And I said, that's not good for you. It's not good for anybody. So what I was really asking them was to make it so dealers can't order a machine that ends up being tippy and the customer doesn't like it. So they called my cat dealer. Instead of talking to me, they called my cat dealer, and they called the area sales manager. And he wanted to know what they could do to make it right. Do we need to get the bigger counterweight? And I just laughed. I said, sure. The bigger counterweight is like, geez Louise, $28,000, $29,000. But here's the thing. The machines that have the bigger counterweight have heavier duty mounts, and the frame is heavier to withstand that weight back there. So there's really nothing they can do about it. They just need to stop this. Well, the area sales manager said, well, the girls order everything heavy duty. Let me back up. Let me repeat that. The girls order everything really heavy. I don't know what happened. Horse manure, they ordered the cheapest damn thing they could get. So anyway, Caterpillar does not listen. They don't listen to anything you tell them. So I got a note. Please accept this small token of apology for the issue you had with your account. I didn't have trouble with my account. We here at Cat Financial value your business. Look forward to working with you again. Know that we are listening to you. No, you're not. You didn't hear a damn word I said. Thank you for completing the survey. Thank you for your business. Well, Shelly Barnes, you're not listening. I didn't have a problem with my account. I didn't have any problem with Cat Financial. My problem is with dealers being able to order machines that don't work and that customers aren't happy with. You can't put a long reach boom and a long stick and a little counterweight on a machine and expect somebody to be happy with that. So they sent me a coffee cup, a smashed hat, and a pair of gloves. I'll use the gloves and the coffee deal. But I'm flabbergasted. It's like, were they listening? I just feel like they didn't hear a word I said. And instead of addressing it themselves, they had my dealer address it. And that guy didn't have an effing clue what he was talking about. So there, I feel better. How about you? So David Durr out of Pennsylvania said he found this in the attic. Asked me if I wanted to add that to my collection. Yes, David, I would love to. That's pretty cool, that old stuff, man. Cat built some cool old stuff, built their name on this cool old stuff. Just wish they'd listen. Oh, cool, and a cat brake saver decal. You can put that on Kenworth. And congratulations on moving, David. I hope that is something that you're looking forward to. Thank you very much for sending this to me. Okay, Dean Sweet. He's out of Reno. Remember he made me the custom hunting knife? I still have it, Dean. I haven't destroyed it. I hold that thing very sacred. Now, he sent me a couple items. This I was not expecting, Dean, at all. So I didn't see a letter in the box, but I'm assuming that this is an old railroad spike, and this has a story behind it. So I'm not sure what that is. Maybe I should go check my email. Maybe you wrote me an email, but that's cool right there. And this is super cool. So he's got an old VHS tape, and it's got some 637s working push-pull. I don't know what the date is. I imagine 8. Oh, there's a letter in there. Let me pull this out and read it. I'll get right back to you. Okay, there was a letter in there. This represents what won the West, the railroad and the gun. So this has been turned down like a 4570 cartridge. And I looked at that and I thought, it looks like a bullet. So anyway, that's not chromed, that's polished. And I'm getting my dirty mitts all over it, so I'll have to clean that up when I'm done. so it doesn't rust. Anyway, that's cool, Dean. You are a talented man. And then I'm really looking forward to getting this information off this old tape. I have a deal I can do that myself, and I can digitize this. So when I get it done, Dean, I'll send you the tape back if you'd like it, and a zip drive with all this on a zip drive so you can watch it on a computer. Anyway, this will be interesting.